Ahlan wa sahlan everyone, welcome. Have you ever wondered why we say a big house in English, but in Arabic we say Bait Kabir, which literally means house big? Why does the adjective comes before the noun in English but after the noun in Arabic? Today we're going to learn about sifah mausuf, also known as noun adjective phrases in Arabic, and discover how they are formed. First, let's understand the two parts of sifah mausuf phrase. A mausuf is the noun being described. It names a person, place, thing, or an idea. A sifah is the adjective that describes about the noun by giving more information about it. By the end of today's lesson, you will be able to identify sifah mausuf phrases and construct simple noun adjective phrases correctly in Arabic. Let's begin. Hopefully, by the end of this lesson, students will be able to form accurate and natural adjective phrases in Arabic. So the first objective is to understand the rules of adjectives and the noun it describes in terms of gender, number, and definiteness and indefiniteness. Second, forming the adjectives and the noun it describes according to gender, number, and definiteness or indefiniteness. As mentioned before, in Arabic, adjectives must agree with the noun they describe. This means adjective changes depending on the noun based on four concepts of adjectives and its noun. The first concept is in terms of gender, which is whether it's masculine or feminine. Number two, number, whether it's singular, dual, or plural. Number three, definiteness. And the last one is indefiniteness. In Arabic grammar, there is an important concept called al-mutabaqah, which means agreement or matching, because the adjective must mimic the noun in all these four concepts. Number one, in gender, whether it is masculine or feminine. Number, whether it is singular or dual or plural. Number three, definiteness and also indefiniteness. Alright, now comes the most important step. We have to match the noun and also the adjectives. So let's go through all the examples. The first concept that we have is in terms of gender, whether it's masculine or feminine. Let's try to apply the first concept that we have learned. The sentence says, I have a big house. In Arabic, we say, Indi bait kabir. So if we were to break down, bait is the noun, which is the house. Kabir is the adjective, where it's big. Remember, the noun comes first, only then the adjective, where it matches the noun adjective phrase. Both adjective and noun are males. Now, let's look at another example. We have the phrase Indi sayarah kabira. I have a big car. Let's identify the two main components of this phrase. The word sayarah is the mawsuf or the noun because it is the object being described. In this case, it means car. The word kabira is the sifa or adjective because it describes the noun and it means big. Now, notice something important. The noun sayara is a feminine singular noun. We know this because it ends with a ta marbuta, which usually indicates a feminine noun in Arabic. Now let's go to the second concept, which is number, whether it's singular, dual, or plural. Let's start with one house. I have a big house. Indi bait kabir. Bait is the noun, which is singular. Kabir is the adjective, which is big, which is singular. Here, both adjective and noun are singular, so they agree in number. This is what we call a singular agreement. Alright, now let's look at two houses. If we have the phrase
Indi baitani kabirani, which means I have two big houses. Let's see which one is the noun. Here, baitani is the mausuf or the noun. Kabirani is the sifa or adjective. Notice that baitani is the dual form, which means there are two houses. Because the noun is dual, the adjective must also be dual. This shows the second rule of al-mutabaqah.
Let's look at another example. Let's look at the phrase Tullab Judud, new students. Here, Tullab is the mausuf or the noun. Judud is the sifa or the adjective. The adjective comes after the noun and agrees with its gender and also number. So, it means new students. Both adjective and noun are plural. The third concept that we're going to talk about is definiteness. Now, let's look at the concept of definiteness. Let's read the phrase. Al-Bayt al-Kabir amamal al-Jami'ah. The big house is in front of the university. Here, Al-Bayt is the mausuf or the noun. Al-Kabir is the sifa or the adjective. Notice that the adjective comes after the noun and agrees in its definiteness, gender, and number. Both words begins with al, showing that they are definite. The last concept that we're going to learn is indefiniteness. Let's look at the example. Earlier, we were talking about definiteness, something that is specific. But now, we're going to look at indefiniteness, means we are talking about something that is not specific. It is any one thing and it is very general. So, let's look at the sentence. A big house. As you can see there is no alif, lam, al added to the noun and also the adjectives. Bait kabir. Bait is considered a house, which is the noun. Kabir is considered as an adjective, which indicates the house is big. Both adjective and noun have no al. Alright everyone, let's conclude today's lesson on the noun adjective phrase in Arabic. In Arabic, a noun and adjective must always match and agree. The important concepts that we have gone through is in terms of the number, gender, definiteness, or indefiniteness. Good job everyone. I hope you have understand and you can use noun adjective phrases correctly in Arabic. Shukran jazilan. Thank you.